These are the most insane tourist attractions on Earth. Visit if you dare. There's only so many times you can tell yourself to walk in a straight line before you're frozen in fear. Ever been scared so bad you felt like jumping off a bridge? We need to find the guy who designed this nasty trick and ask him if he's okay. They say falling's the closest thing to flying. There's a ton of trust being placed in that safety net, just saying. Some people in life need a little push. Others dive in head first. Either way, Shotover Canyon in New Zealand is your hookup for all bungee-related madness and shenanigans.
Let me tell you something! Let me tell you something! Wait!
You'll get a real kick out of it. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. This woman has a hot date with a pool full of ice-cold water. Well, you'd be wrong. No longer will children be the only ones to enjoy the ball pit. Not to be outdone, Houston has a sky pool of its very own. Take just a few steps forward and suddenly everyone below you starts to look like ants. I think I'll stick to the sunbeds, thank you very much. Cuddling up to your sweetheart on the love swing has an entirely new meaning when you're hundreds of feet above the ground. After all, courage is just a love affair with the unknown. This glass bridge in China is one of the longest in the world, coming in at over 1,400 feet in length. Hold on tight, because this attraction's definitely not for the faint of heart. All of a sudden, the lost city of Atlantis doesn't seem all that lost. What's a water slide without the thrill of circling hungry sharks? Insanity by name, insanity by nature. The bright lights of Vegas will be passing you by at light speed as you take a ride on the Stratosphere Tower. I have just one piece of advice for all you thrill seekers out there. Don't look down. The Oblivion roller coaster will literally drop you into the center of the earth and make you regret ever eating that burrito for lunch. What's the sound of hundreds of pounds of water pressure behind you? I'm loving the retro yellow board shorts. For the truly brave, the Skywalk in Bangkok will test the nerves of everyone who claims they're not afraid of heights. Step out 1,030 feet above the Thai capital and just pray the reinforced glass beneath your feet can hold your weight. Nicaragua isn't known for its snowy mountaintops, but it is famous for one thing: active volcanoes. No Jamaican bobsled team needed for a ride down the ash and brimstone at a blisteringly quick 50 miles per hour. The Swiss Alps are one of the most picturesque places on the planet. Reach out and grab a piece of greenery for yourself at your own risk. From on top of the Adam lookout swing, you can see the Dutch reclaimed land for as far as the eye can see. Just make sure you keep your phone in your pocket, because you might lose it. What's faster, a roller coaster or a Ferrari? Trick question. Why choose when you can have both? That's some serious altitude there, and what goes up must come down. Led Zeppelin may have been singing about a stairway to heaven, but in China, they've actually built one. The cliffside rotating ladder at Mount Taihang is 10 feet across and over 300 feet tall. I'm just not sure what's worse, going up or coming back down again. Another masterpiece from Six Flags, the Drop of Doom more than lives up to its name as it takes the crown for not only the world's tallest ride, but also the fastest. Serious heart attack inducing material.
Yeah, boy.
Taking a quick dip in the Mediterranean Sea takes on an entirely new meaning when you're free-falling face first towards the ocean waves, and given a mouthful of salty seawater for good measure. There are much easier ways to build up a thirst and enjoy a nice cold one. It's time to flex those Dance Dance Revolution skills honed by hours and hours spent at the arcade. Balance and timing are all that's keeping you from getting dunked in the water. This is what it looks like when you're too scared to jump from a 154-foot high platform on your own. It's the Sky Park Sentosa on Singapore's Siloso Beach. And if you're too afraid to look down, the friendly staff are more than happy to throw you. Well, doesn't this just look like a big bag of nope? A big barf bag of nope, that is. Rio de Janeiro may have the giant statue, but at Tatahuba Ceará Beach, you'll get a chance to walk on water courtesy of this insane slide built right into the sand dunes. Make your first dance as husband and wife all the more memorable by doing a slow waltz in what looks like a glass phone booth attached to the side of a skyscraper. A quick visit to the Sky Deck in Chicago is just enough to get your heart racing a little more than it should. What do you get when you cross a medieval catapult with base jumping? An experience that's not for the faint-hearted. I feel like roller coasters are scary enough, but for the Japanese, the diving coaster is best. Splish splash, you've taken a bath. With only a thin pane of glass to hold onto, enjoy the warm summer breeze of Dubai in style as you look out over the Palms observation deck. Located on the 52nd floor, look over the edge if you dare. I'm always surprised at people's faces when they cop a drenching on a ride ominously named the Tidal Wave. Cable suspension bridges are hard enough on their own, let alone having to deal with the blasts of air pushed into you from the hundreds of tons of water falling down the mountainside per minute. The New Zealand wilderness is absolutely breathtaking. Pity you won't have a breath left in your lungs as you pelt through these meandering waterways at jet speed, with 360-degree spins thrown in for good measure.
Nice.
That right there is the face of a man wishing he'd packed a clean pair of underpants.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
No safety harness? No problem. Just a guy taking a casual stroll down the wing of the private jet villa to enjoy that gorgeous Balinese beach view. Stylin' and profilin'. Guests enjoying a vacation at the Kretia Ubud Resort are free to channel their inner dolphin and dive from one pool to the next. You probably shouldn't do that though. Exercise bikes are getting really weird. This flying bike attraction in Germany allows riders to cycle a full loop when they build up enough speed. Cycle too fast and someone's getting dizzy. Remember when you were in kindergarten and you were scared of going down that huge slide at the park? Well, now you can relive that childhood fear for a fee.
You got 2 more times.
Just when you thought Six Flags have run out of ideas, we get this monstrosity.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Kryptonians get to have all the fun. Swimming across the London sky pool is probably going to be your only chance to feel like Superman flying through the skies of Metropolis. If Sir Isaac Newton taught us anything, it's that what goes up must come down. But what happens when this roller coaster takes you beyond the vertical? As they say, life begins at the end of your comfort zone, so why not go find out for yourself? Kicking back and relaxing in a hammock is meant to be synonymous with living a carefree lifestyle, not perched precariously above a huge gorge. Do you enjoy a rush? Well, how about the Big Rush? At 262 feet tall, it's the world's tallest swing. The Moses Mabhida Stadium's usually packed with 85,000 screaming football fans, but when you take the plunge, all you'll hear is the echoes of your own screams bouncing around the empty seats. Save yourself a set of sore legs and an aching back by choosing to enjoy the Cambodian jungle the expressway, ziplining. Serious cool points for thinking outside of the box and coming up with a way to shake all that sand off and have a ton of fun while doing it. The spectacular countryside of the Amalfi coastline in Italy can only be enjoyed one way, while taking a cool dip on the edge. You can't achieve zen and find your inner peace on an empty stomach. Let's just hope the tide never rises. If you're not afraid of heights and trust the strength of perspex, this could be the attraction for you.